Hello, Professor. This week we are doing Milestone 1, and let's take a look here. My master list for this week included developing the menu interface and the database. I know you mentioned in your review that you questioned how we demonstrate that, but let's go ahead and take a look over here. I have created a number of classes for each of the pages, and each of them are created as activities. Let's take a look at the main activity here. This one here is showing all the buttons that you'll find on the screen. And below here we have the click listeners to start each individual activity. As you mentioned, I didn't really plan on setting up forms for each of the pages, so you'll find that most of these currently are lacking information. But I did set up this page here with a form so that we could display information in the database. The database itself was created with my database helper here. Here it's created the database as inventory. And at this moment I just have one table in it, which is the inventory table, to include each of these columns. Of course, column 1 is not used, it's just a ID and it's numbered. Down here we're creating the table if it doesn't exist already. Here's the code for adding a new product, and where it inserts it and closes it so that we don't keep memory open. This is the form page. All of this will make more sense when looking at the layout in a moment. I was having a small amount of issue with changing the integer for the quantity and decided to pass it as a string. And of course I added validation, so just in case someone tried to enter in something without data, that it would come back and ask them to enter in some data. There's layout pages for each one here. These ones all have just a plain background as opposed to the main with the buttons. And the one with the form here, we've labeled each form so that we can find it later when we're inputting the data. And let's go ahead and hit the run button. Currently, each of these are invisible buttons, but like we discussed, what I'm going to have to do is create each of these as a button themselves, because more than likely when you open this on your tablet, the button pushes will be in a different location and it may not even function properly. But that is something I'm going to resolve on Sunday. But for now, you can see if you push on something, it takes you to the other page. Let's go ahead and use the back button. And currently this is the button to add data. Then you can hit the Add Entry button. Entry's been added. And if we stop that and start it again, we can go to the Device Manager. Save a copy of the database. And now to show that the database is working, there's the one that was just created. And you can see data that's been inputted. And that shows the menu interface and the database. Thank you.